Hello, and welcome back to the Chicklopediablog channel. Today, we'll be creating a basic pattern for a top or blouse using the measurements we took in our previous video. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend checking it out first. Now, let's get started with the pattern making process. Make sure you have your pattern paper and two pens to differentiate the front and back bodice. I'm using a red pen for the front pattern and a black pen for the back pattern. First, draw a center line on the fold line of your pattern paper. This will help us create both the front and back patterns. Now, let's create the front pattern. We'll begin by drawing lines for the back length BL, BL1, and BL2. If you remember from the previous video, my BL measurement is 18 centimeters, BL1 is 9 centimeters, and BL2 is 4.5 centimeters. Next, we'll determine the bust B front bodice point. My calculated B front bodice measurement is 12.5 centimeters. Draw lines from BL, BL1, BL2, and the starting point, and connect all the points to form a rectangle. Moving on, we'll determine the chest length CL. In my case, the CL measurement is 9 centimeters. Draw a line from BL2 to the right, measuring 9 centimeters. Now, add a 2 centimeters line above the starting point. This will serve as the neck and shoulder guideline. Next, let's establish the shoulder S line. Create a guideline from the upper right endpoint to BL2 and name the points as A and B. Measure the length from A to B and divide it by 3. Now, place the first set of points on the guideline A and B. Draw a horizontal guideline. You don't have to make a full line for the guideline. Let's determine the neck and measurement. Starting from the starting point of the 2 centimeters line on the center, move to the right according to the calculated and front bodice measurement, which for me is 4.83 centimeters. Then create another point for N from starting point, based on the N back bodice measurement. My measurement is 3.83 centimeters. Draw a line and divide it into 2. Create a midpoint and draw a perpendicular line measuring 1.5 centimeter. Then, create a curve from this point downwards. Next, let's establish the shoulder S line. Connect the line from N to the guideline until it meets the value for S shoulder, which in my case is 4.5 centimeters. Continue by connecting the line from the right point of S shoulder N to Cal. For now, create temporary points to form curved lines from CL to BL1. We'll refine this later when we create the back pattern. Moving on, let's draw the waist W line. Draw a horizontal line from BL2 to the right according to the calculated W front bodice measurement from the previous video. My measurement is 9 centimeters. Connect the line, however, this is temporary, because it needs to be adjusted with the back pattern. Now, let's draw the thigh length TL line. Draw a vertical line from BL downwards with a length equal to the TL measurement. In my case, it's 13 centimeters. Great, now, we'll draw the hips H line. Draw a horizontal line from TL to the right, according to the calculated H front bodice measurement. My H measurement for the front bodice is 12.25 centimeters. Then connect the line from W to H. Fantastic! Now that we've completed the front bodice, let's move on to creating the back bodice to determine the actual armhole measurement. After that, measure the armhole for now by putting labels NB on each end. Then, use a measuring tape to measure it. I found that it is 10 centimeters long. Now, write down this temporary result. Creating the back pattern. Since we already have the center line, creating the back pattern will be easier, as we can refer to the reference points from the front pattern. Similar to the front pattern, we'll determine the bust B back bodice measurement. Draw a horizontal line from the starting point, BL, BL1, and BL2. In my case, my calculated B back bodice measurement is 11.5 centimeters. Then, connect all the points to form a rectangle. Next, let's determine the back width W line. Draw a line at point BL2, horizontally to the left, with the calculated W measurement. In my case, it's 8.5 centimeters. Now, add 1 centimeter above the center line for the neck N and shoulder S reference lines. Connect all the points to form a rectangle. Determine the neck and back bodice measurement by drawing a line from the starting point of the 1 centimeter line. Move to the left by the calculated and back bodice measurement. In my case, it's 3.83 centimeters. Then create a curve from point N to the starting point before adding 1 centimeter. Create the shoulder S line by drawing a reference line from the top left endpoint to point BL2. Name the points as A and B. Measure the length from A to B and divide it by 3. Place the first reference points on the line A and B. Next, create a horizontal reference line. Connect the line from N to the reference line until it meets the S shoulder measurement. In my case, it's 4.5 centimeters. Connect the line from point S to W. Create a faint curved line from W to BL1. Then create reference points A and B. Measure the length from A to B and record the result. I found that it is 10 centimeters long. Now, write down this temporary result. Moving on, we'll create the waist W back bodice line. Connect point BL to the left with the calculated W back bodice measurement. In my case, it's 7.75 centimeters. Connect the line, however, this is temporary, because it needs to be adjusted with the armhole between back and front bodice. Now, let's create the hips H back bodice line. Draw a line from TL to the left with the calculated H back bodice measurement. In my case, it's 11.25 centimeters. Then draw a line from point W to H. Moving on to the armhole A measurement. To determine A, we need to refer to the previously measured A size. In my pattern, the armhole back and front measurements are 10 plus 10 equals 20, and my initial armhole measurement is 20 centimeters. So the measurement is right, but sometimes the actual armhole with the pattern isn't the same. If it's happened, we need to subtract the original measurement by a back bodice plus a front bodice and then divide the result by 2. For example, if the armhole back and front measurements in my pattern are 10 plus 10 equals 20, and my initial armhole measurement is 21 centimeters, not 20 centimeters, then 21 minus 20 equals 1. After that, 1 divided by 2 equals 0.5 centimeter. Therefore, we lower BL1 by 0.5 centimeter. This applies to both the front bodice and back bodice. 0.5 centimeter. Finally, we can establish the armhole line in the pattern. Connect the new BL1 line to W. Same with the front bodice. Now that we have completed the standard blouse top pattern, let's move on to creating the sleeve pattern. Fold the pattern paper in half. Prepare the pattern paper according to the desired size. Since I'm making a pattern for a mini mannequin, I'm using a smaller pattern paper. Then create a line in the center to make the sleeves pattern easier. And create a vertical line equal to the measured SL sleeves length value. In my case, it's 20 centimeters. Then, draw a straight horizontal line from the starting point of the sleeves length to the right, equal to the calculated armhole value. In my case, it's 7 centimeters. Then, connect all the lines to form a rectangle. Name the starting point as point A and the right endpoint as point B. Calculate 1 to AB plus 3. In my case, it's 1 to 7 plus 3 equals 6.5 centimeters. Then, draw a straight vertical line from point B downwards, equal to 6.5 centimeters. Now, create the armhole curve by drawing a line from the starting point of SL to the new endpoint. Measure its length and divide it into 3 parts. At the first point, add a perpendicular line upwards with a value of 2 centimeters. Then divide it into 2 parts, each being 1 centimeter. At the second point, add a perpendicular line upwards 1 centimeter and downwards 1 centimeter. Then, create a curved line for the back armhole with a black ink pen. Starting from the topmost point of the second SL to the topmost point of the third SL, extending to the end. Continue by creating the armhole for front bodice curve with a red ink pen. Start from the starting point of SL to the second point in the middle, or the value of 1 centimeter. Then curve downwards passing the lines until meeting at the bottom point and continue to the end. Finally, tidy up the curved lines. Lastly, determine the wrist length word by drawing a straight horizontal line from the bottom end point of SL to the right, equal to the word measurement. In my case, it's 5.5 centimeters. Connect all the points to form the sleeve shape. Now we have finished creating the sleeves pattern. Cut and fold the pattern, but only the black line. Then open the fold and cut the red curve line on the right. This is the armhole for the front bodice. Cut the bodice pattern that we've already made, the front bodice pattern and the back bodice pattern. Finally, the standard blouse top pattern is completed. In the next video, we will make a simple blouse using the pattern we have created. From this standard pattern, we can also create various clothing models or darts. Finally, my mini mannequin will have a shirt. Feel free to experiment with different necklines, sleeve lengths, and details. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it is helpful for all of you. See you later. Bye.